time now for Ask the Expert. Hurricane Harvey dominating headlines over the past few days, and we've all seen pictures and videos of family pets among the devastation. So how do you prepare your pets for an emergency?
Yeah, so joining us this afternoon is Rachel Lejeune with the Wisconsin Humane Society. But first, we have to say, who is this cutie?
Yes, this is Sadie, and she's a 4-month-old female available up at our Ozaki campus in Saukville. So she's only 4 months old, but well on her way to, walking loosely on leash. She's a great blend of playfulness as well as being very affectionate and loving. So I think she's going to be a great match for a family looking for, a playful little puppy to start some training. And
she at least knows how to pose for the camera.
Oh yeah, she's being so. You are being so good. Yeah.
So let's talk about, we've seen the pictures as Katie mentioned. What should people do to prepare for a natural disaster, especially when it comes to their pets?
Yeah, well, most importantly, we want to plan to be gone for a couple of weeks. Oftentimes you think it's just a brief absence, but really it's important to think about being gone for several weeks. So we say have an emergency kit planned, an evacuation pack for both you and your pets. Really put a couple of those essentials in there. Food for 3 to 7 days for your pets, dry or canned. Bottled water, enough for 7 days. Dishes, of course. You want to have extra leashes and collars in case one that you have breaks. Have enough carriers and make sure they're accessible too. You don't want to be digging through the garage, when you need to leave. Having enough carriers for your cats and small animals as well. If you have 3 cats and you have 1 carrier, definitely consider getting multiple.
And there might be some watching this and saying, wow, like I have to go get a lot of stuff. Do you have to necessarily buy it? Or?
No, you can definitely, go to the dollar store, find, secondhand items. Of course, we're using our dishes and essentials on a daily basis. So have a pack that's supplied with all these, but go to the dollar store for Tupperwares, waterproof containers that you can put food in, or again, we also say, photocopies of your medical records, so that you have those on hand. She's very affectionate. Photocopies of your medical records, as well as pictures of you and your pets together, for identification purposes.
Sure, and these are all great tips, but if there was just one thing you could leave our viewers with, what is that one thing when it comes to an emergency that you want to make sure you do?
Yeah, definitely identification. We know, based on previous hurricanes that, 15 to 20% of animals were reunited with their families, which seems like a small percentage, but definitely to increase that and to be prepared. Have ID tags on their collars with their name and your up-to-date phone number, as well as microchipping. We microchip all of our animals, cats, dogs, at the Humane Society to ensure that they are microchipped. And a microchip is just, it's an inexpensive form of a permanent identification that if they do get lost, they can be reunited with their families and it won't ever fall off like a collar or a tag can. So
yeah, all really important advice. Yes. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Well, if you've got a question for our experts, you can always email them at AskTheExpert at today's TMJ4. The number is 967-5253 if you'd like to make a call. Coming up, another tropical storm is brewing just off the East Coast.
Plus, a sign of encouragement is posted outside a New Orleans pumping station as rain falls from Tropical Storm Harvey. We'll take a closer look as residents there prepare for more.
Welcome back, Storm Team 4 now. What could become Tropical Storm Irma is making her way up the East Coast. Forecasters are calling for rain this holiday weekend. However, there is a chance for Irma to move out of the area just in time for Labor Day. This is not what we want to see.
No, but this one right now, at least the track, she's not a tropical storm just yet. This is what we call tropical system number 10. So it's still potential is strengthened, but at least right now you can see out of the 2, it looks a little more impressive at least than Harvey does, except it's starting to pull away from land, and that's where the forecast path is expected to be, except going to be looking at some rain and some pretty intense winds along the East Coast, especially as we go into the next couple of days. But yeah, expected to be mainly one for the fish. Just have to deal with a little bit of wind and some rain. Nothing like what they've got in Texas.
Good. All right. Thanks, Jesse. Thanks for joining us today at 4.
There's much more news ahead on Live at 4:30.
Right now, from Milwaukee, this is today's TMJ4, live at 4:30.
It is now 4:30 and shelters in Houston are bursting at the seams. Children are sleeping on cold, hard floors while parents worry about their flooded homes. It's a nightmare right now for the thousands